down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Came in last night and located this group about 3/4 of a mile off the road. They just cut part of this field. The coyotes are staying out in the corn. Should have a pretty good wind quartering across them. They'd have to go out into this bean field to get the wind, but around here they typically will avoid bean fields if they can. I'm anticipating them coming out in the corn right here in front of me. The call's off to the right. Wind is going from the call to me. Coyotes are out here. Here we go. Damn, that scared me. Oh, here he comes. There's a pretty sunrise over there. Doesn't get much better than that. Hard to beat a self-film double to start the day off. I haven't been on the rifle for a minute. That one felt pretty good. I'm definitely a little rusty. Here's coyote number 1. Well, this was actually number 2. It came, I forget what sound it came out. Little B, 8 week maybe? I can't remember. This stand right here is a prime example of why I locate. Came last night, found this group probably 3/4 of a mile off the road. In this terrain in the east, we don't have hundreds of thousands of acres of public land to hunt to just go and do a bunch of blind stands. In this terrain, they're not going to cover the amount of ground that they will in places out west. I've hunted the Nebraska Sandhills, I've hunted southeastern Idaho, South Dakota. I've hunted them in places where you can literally watch them come from a mile and a half to the call. And it's fun watching them like that, but that does not apply here in the east. In my area in ag ground, and I've hunted a bunch of places that were a mix of timber and ag or primarily ag, and we don't get the option of calling them across the wide open from a mile away where we can watch them come in. Here, if we don't locate and find groups and get on top of them and get close, we'll never see them. This time of year, the pups are kind of doing their own thing. They're still grouped up, but they're still willing to venture out. And the adults, some are nearby, some are 300-400 yards away. It's a fun time of year to hunt. You never know what's going to come to the call first. This is a prime example of why it's important to get close to them and locate. If I went and blind called this area, like I say, we don't have the population and the land is different. This field, this cut cornfield that you see looks like one giant field. It's 4 different landowners, 40 acres each. And it's really deceiving because I get a lot of clients that come, they're like, I can't believe how big these fields are. Yeah, they're big, but you look across one field and you could have 6 or 7 or more landowners that own a section of it. We deal with a lot of 40s and 80s. Like I say, we don't have endless amounts of public land to just go and call, and we certainly don't have a high enough coyote population to do that and it'd actually be worthwhile. If we went and blind called this, even if all the fields were cut and we went and just blind called this, we'd be lucky to see one coyote on every 15 or 20 stands. I'm going to drag this one up real quick, go grab the other one, see what it looks like. Fun time of year to be out hunting. These two came out pretty aggressively. It's always fun when they come hard charging the call like that. So I can't lie. Both shots really surprised me. Early summer we do some rifle hunting. I had Jake from One Shot Rifle Systems from Ohio. He came down early summer, did a little bit of hunting, took his custom 338 out. But Jake made a couple rifles for us to use during the guiding season. This is one of the 2. Scope's a little scuffed up, but one of the 2 rifles. This will be daytime and nighttime. These will have thermal scopes on them here in, oh boy, 6-7 weeks, not long, about 6 weeks. This single stage trigger, I'm used to a 2-stage, and I went with a single stage on this one, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised I hit that first coyote. As rushed as it was, it comes running in, sees me standing here, turns around, runs back, and that's part of the having your remote handy. Anytime a coyote's come in, doesn't matter what sound it is, I'll scroll to a howl just in case something like that happens. You can also pre-program howls on your little whatever your side buttons are there, your pre-programmed settings. But I always keep that handy in case that happens. It draws their attention, can get them to stop and get them to look another way. Self-filming, a lot of times they'll bust me while I'm moving from the camera onto the gun, and I think that may have been what happened. Either that or he just saw me. And had a pretty good backdrop though. This is better than most of the backdrops that we have. A lot of times we're just sticking out real bad. I'm gonna drag these out of here and get on, see if I can't get one more. I got one more group located that's pretty good. I might make a run at them. I don't know. I may leave them alone. That's in a place that I can guide. I may save that for clients. This is one of those places where I kind of keep the coyote population down. These people have, they have a whitetail lease not far from here. I mean, I'm looking at the timber right now, but they have me come in and kill coyotes for them, kind of thin the population down. Two less, they ought to be happy. I'll have to be sure to send them a picture. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where